One of the other, so going from Biden to Trump now, one of the realities that we've come to understand over the last 7 years of watching Trump is that he only cares about people to the extent that they are useful to him. And when they're no longer useful to him, he doesn't really seem to care anymore. We now have allegations that Donald Trump referred to Iowa evangelicals as so-called Christians and pieces of S. We're on broadcast radio, so you're going to try to keep it FCC compliant. There's a very interesting article from The Guardian. In the heat of the Republican primary of 2016, Donald Trump called evangelical supporters of his rival Ted Cruz, quote, so-called Christians and real pieces of S. The book is The Kingdom, the Power, and the Glory, American Evangelicals in an Age of Extremism. The book is by Tim Alberta, reporter and writer for The Atlantic. The book's coming out in a few days. The Guardian got a copy. All of this centers around an event at Liberty University. That's that evangelical college in Virginia. And it was shortly before Iowa voted in 2016. Candidates were being sort of asked to represent their Christian bona fides. You may remember that Trump was asked to name his favorite Bible verse. And Trump tried to go with the whole 2 Corinthians thing rather than 2 Corinthians. People laughed at Trump. Everybody was making fun of him, so on and so forth. And then apparently Trump later said that the evangelicals in Iowa that laughed at him are so-called Christians and real pieces of S. So as is always the case with these, this is a secondhand source. This is someone saying that Trump said it. It's not a recording of Trump saying it. But the themes here are what is most important. Theme number 1, Trump's not actually a Christian. He's maybe not even really a right-winger in any conservative sense, but he's an opportunistic grifter. He likes people to the extent that they are useful to him because they can vote for him or because they can defend him legally, lawyers, or because they can donate money to him or could endorse him or whatever the case may be. Once they are no longer useful, either because a cabinet member becomes, quote, disloyal because they say, oh, Trump's wrong about X or whatever, or there is not immediately a campaign, or there is not immediately a fundraising element, Trump abandons you. That is one theme, and that hasn't changed. The other important aspect to this is that my guess is Iowa evangelicals, the Iowa evangelicals that Trump was allegedly talking about when he called them so-called Christians and pieces of S, I think they'll still vote for him. I think that Trump could urinate on his supporters or potential supporters in the Republican Party, and they would still support him as long as he has an R next to his name and the alternative is a Democrat. So a number of different layers here. Trump's not actually a religious guy, and it's not even really clear that he likes religious people. Trump is amoral, areligious, apolitical. It's all about him and what's good for him. Even the people that he insults are almost certainly still going to vote for him. And that's just another reason why we have to remember how important it is to get out and vote in November of 2024. There will be more time to talk about that, but no surprise here about what Trump is accused of doing.